Welcome to this week's episode of the We'll Make a Fan Out of You podcast, the podcast where we talk about the wrestling world. Our aim is to make you a fan of us while we talk about the greatest entertainment on the planet. I'm Aaron Newsome, and here's Nitesh T-Dog Sharma.
Bonjour.
You can listen to us wherever you get your podcasts from. You can check us out on our YouTube channel, We'll Make a Fan Out of You. You can also find us on TikTok, Instagram, and X. Search for @MakeAFanOutOfYou. I'm doing the socials.
You got it wrong. You got it
Make
wrong.
a fan out of you.
You got to... No, it's make a fan of you.
What have you typed it in the
make
notes
a fan
wrong then?
of you. Nope, you're a liar.
Look in the notes.
We're keeping this in. We're keeping
Look
this
at it in the notes.
And also, bonjour. I am Nitesh T-Dog Sharma, and you can't promote our socials anymore. You tried. I do forgive you.
Haha,
no,
great.
You can find us on @MakeAFanOfYou on X, Instagram, and TikTok. And if you do what you hear and want to see us and see this in video format, you can subscribe on YouTube. That's We'll Make a Fan Out of You. And yeah, listen to us wherever you get your podcasts on, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, RSS, wherever it is you find it. We love your feedback. We want to give you some good content. Let us know where we're going wrong. Let us know if we get anything wrong. I know Aaron can't say wrestlers' names correctly.
No.
But yeah, we're having fun, aren't we?
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah, this is fun. TNA was an experience last week watching that. This week we've got AEW Dynasty to go through.
What?
So yeah, it's a good time. It's a real good time. What we got?
It's a good time to be a wrestling fan. Yeah. Professional wrestling is cool again.
There's a couple of there's big events. Again, we've got Backlash coming up. Then you've got Forbidden Doors. I think they've now finally nailed down the date. I saw during Dynasty they came out with the buy your tickets.
It's Double or Nothing. Double or Nothing.
No,
and
but
Forbidden Door.
Double or Nothing was announced and we knew that.
Yeah.
Forbidden Door had a bit of wishy-washy behind it because I weren't sure where it was and all that. And then during this, I saw it come up with the graphics saying confirmed
get
June
your tickets,
blah, blah, blah.
Which is and it will be the week after you see Taylor Swift, so...
I've got such a June coming up. So I'm going to SmackDown Clash at the Castle on the Friday, Saturday. Then I got Taylor Swift next weekend on my birthday. And then we're watching Forbidden Door.
Forbidden Door.
Good.
I couldn't go to Clash at the Castle, but Aaron will be representing the We'll Make a Fan Out of You team.
Yes.
For Clash. And don't ask how much he spent.
And there'll be some sort of episode on the Monday about it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He might not have a voice.
Also, it doesn't matter how much I spent because business expenses.
Yes.
Business is losing money. Yeah.
Because of you.
No, Ticketmaster booking fees. I'm now going off on a tangent before we even get to this pay-per-view, right? Regardless of how much the tickets were, because you're dividing it by between two nights. I know one's a pay-per-view and one's a SmackDown episode. I don't care about that, right? Fair enough. We discussed the ticket prices. I'm going with two of Natesh's cousins. One of them nailed them spot on. But it included like £85 booking fees. What kind of fees is this?
They're trying to get some extra money out of
getting loads of new lower out of people. And then they do dynamic ticket pricing. So I got mine on the Wednesday pre-sale, which the prices were high, and not too bad. I was like, okay, I'll swallow this amount. Then you text me going, how did you get your tickets for that? Because the next day, when your other cousin looks or somebody else posted it, the ticket I got, well, it didn't pay this much, but it went up to like 600 quid. Like,
yeah,
ow.
And it's still even more expensive now.
Yeah, so I'm not sitting in the back, I'm sitting somewhere in the middle. If you're sitting at the back, I think when I got my tickets, they were just under £300. Yeah. Then the back seats went up to $540. The highest I saw them at one point was $680, and now I think they've crept back down again with general sales.
And I feel like the worst thing is you're still in the rafters and you're spending that much.
If you look at the layout of the Hydro, I've never seen the inside of it. Apparently they've done Raw or SmackDown there before.
Yeah.
It actually looks like there's not a bad seat in the house. If it holds about 14,000, maybe 16,000 with the ring layout. But they'll probably sell it as it was sold 20,000 tickets, but that's by the by. Wrestling. Numbers don't...
Wrestling. Yeah.
2 plus 2
always
equals
expand.
potato, as Simon Miller would say. Or it gets some Steiner maths involved.
A 33% chance of going to the show and a 66.6% chance of watching the show.
Yeah.
But, hey-ho, AEW Dynasty was on.
Yes, didn't have tickets Sunday. For this. This was a good sellout crowd. Just get that out of the way. That was a good crowd.
Yeah. The crowd was so hot.
It was
for
Missouri, wasn't it?
St. Louis.
Yeah.
St. Louis.
St.
St.
Louis,
Louis, Missouri.
however you say. Yeah. We did our predictions. I actually haven't checked how well we did.
We got...
Some of it.
I got one wrong, you got one wrong.
Yeah. Start with the pre-show, as we do. We'll breeze through this. Why was there 3 matches on a pre-show for this?
Why was there 3 matches on TNA as well, pre-show? This made more sense, but also, yeah, it was so much to pack in that.
So I didn't see any of the interview segments they do on the pre-show. I don't tend to watch that. I don't really watch kickoff panels either for WWE events.
Yeah.
So you skip forward to the matches. I was watching it. It was on Sunday night, Monday morning. And yes, you start with Trent Beretta and Matt Sydal. Sydal?
Yep. Sydal. You got it right. Yeah, cool. Wow. I'm impressed.
Even the crowd weren't here for this match. There was like 20 people in the crowd. It was like, they knew there was a pre-show. They were like, we ain't turning up for this match. We're getting a hot dog, we're having a drink, whatever happens. It was a by-the-by match, really, weren't it?
Yeah, it's a standard match. Trent Beretta has recently turned to a bad guy, or a heel, as wrestling fans will call it. He was getting this bog standard heat, which is getting a crowd to boo him all the time. Matt Sydal, he's a good wrestler. He's been wrestling for years and years. But then again, so is Trent Beretta. We got quite a few funky spots. Trent hits a brainbuster pretty much at the start of the match. Yeah. He just gets a load of offense off, and then Sydal makes his comeback.
Yeah, I felt there was a bit, I think, with an air raid crash, and there was a Meteora into a pin.
Yes.
That really should have been the finish at that point. That was like a hype.
But that was Matt Sydal that was doing it, wasn't it? So
and
it wouldn't have
went
been
into a pole driver, didn't it? Running knee. It was a submission finish. It was, and then he held it for too long, did he? Am I remembering right?
Yeah, he carried on. Yeah, he continued.
Yeah.
To hold the submission on.
I know they're selling the heel term, but why is that happening on a pre-show?
Yeah, you're right.
Most people aren't seeing that. That should be like Collision, Rampage, Dynamite, whatever show they want to do that on. That's really good heel work, but don't do it on the pre-show of the pay-per-view. Because all that's going to happen now is next time they go to show into his next match, they're going to have to show that highlight. Be like, look at this mean man.
Yeah,
be mean, the referee.
Yeah,
I don't.
And then he cuts a promo going, Chucky T, you've got till Wednesday to decide if you're with me or with Orange Cassidy.
That was like the follow-on of his heel stuff. It's like, why are you doing that on a pre-show? Even the 2 people or 20 people in the crowd there was, I won't just say 2 people, there were more than 2 people in the crowd at this point. But those 20 people don't care for this. They want this.
No, it's a pre-show. They want it on the actual shows. Yeah, I agree with you.
That's a really good character moment, just not a pre-show.
Yeah. Yeah, and I really like Trent Beretta. I can't wait to see what he does as a bad guy.
Yeah,
he is a very good wrestler.
And the work in the match was good, but the wrong place for the character development.
Yeah, okay.
And then you've
got
Orange Cassidy, is that next?
Orange Cassidy and Katsuyori Shibata versus Shane Taylor Promotions, which was Lee Moriarty and Shane Taylor. Once again, I really enjoyed this match. Shouldn't have been on the pre-show. But it should have been on Collision, which obviously I'm sure Orange Cassidy had a match on Collision before that anyways, but...
Most of the cards wrestled the night before, didn't they? I know generally they would do anyway, because touring or whatever, but it was a bit weird how they were like, almost it should have been, whoever's in this pay-per-view should have been on Dynamite.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Or Collision or Rampage or wherever they are on the show. Yeah, no, this was a really fun match, actually, funnily enough. It started off slow.
Yeah.
Orange Cassidy was doing his whole sloth movements.
It was good.
And then you get Shibata involved, where Shibata was doing a kick, and then Cassidy was doing his slow sloth kick.
Yeah.
I thought it was really fun.
That was a good spot. I did like that. That was fun.
Yeah.
It just worked, didn't it?
Yeah, it flowed well. You can't really get a bad match with Orange Cassidy or Shibata, which is weird saying because Orange Cassidy was meant to be like the comedy wrestler, but
you can do comedy wrestling.
Actually pretty decent.
You can be a comedy wrestler but still be decent. Yeah. A Go-Go gets involved, doesn't he?
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with him. He's been missing. I know you've watched boxing before. Did you know he was a UK boxer?
Yeah. He was there at All In.
Yeah, I know that. But did you know that he was a professional boxer?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I don't know how good he was. I can't remember. I have seen 1 or 2 of his matches, but they don't stick in my head. So good.
No, definitely not.
And
But
not shade at AEW, but he's now doing AEW. If he was a good boxer, he'd be following that scene still. And be involved in
boxing,
that
yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
He's still quite young, if I remember rightly. So he could have done this in 10
Yeah,
years'
he's not
time,
that old.
kind of thing.
He could have had a bad knockout or something. I'm not too sure. But yeah, no, Shane Taylor Promotions, well, not promotion, Shane Taylor himself, he's got some mean chops, hasn't he?
The promotion, man. The promotion.
The
Yeah, chops are good.
He was quite in the crowd and then, yeah, slapping the chest.
This was actually a decent pre-show match because the pace picked up during it as well. It was good, nice slow start, what you want. Quite, nothing really much more exciting happened. I think there was a spike DDT from Orange Cassidy. Which was good. And then it was Orange Punch into the pin. Orange Cassidy wins.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's pretty bog standard pre-show match, wasn't it?
Even though that should have been the first bit of the pre-show. Cut the first match. Do this match.
Yeah.
And then
give them a bit more time, do you reckon?
No, I don't even think that. I think in that 0 hour or whatever we're calling it, the pre-show, you have that match quite quick. Do some interview spiel. Do that match quite quick. Bit more interview spiel. A few more cinema bits into the next match, which is the Acclaim versus the Bang Gang. Because this was
which should have been on the main show. Just putting it out there.
Yeah, should have been. This is the one that merged the trios titles, weren't it?
Yes.
Yeah, this should have been on the main card. Or, if you're having this kind of match, it's quite a good pre-show match.
Yeah.
It worked. But yeah, really, if you're merging titles together, it should have been on the main card. We're just going to start with that rap. There's rumours
he mentions Vince. No, he hasn't, because he was on Collision on Saturday. He's around. I don't think people read into what he says. It
was good in the way that okay, it was a bit. It wasn't even on the nose. Like no names were mentioned. There was a word in. Was like okay. Actually, the words from one of the texts, weren't it?
I think so. Yeah,
basically, I think
so. I thought it was a cool rap, and then he went overboard with it because once he gets like 3 bars, and then Anthony Bowens takes it, but then the music stopped, and then Max Caster decided to carry on with a few more bars.
Yeah.
And then it ended on "You Can Suck My EP." But
great, now we're not getting monetized. Not that we're monetized at all anyway. Yeah. So that was the start.
It was a fun match.
Yeah. Yeah. But I did also notice again that there seemed to be even less people in the crowd now. They're obviously getting their drinks ready for the main show. But I just had that thought while I sat there. I think I let it carry on playing. I went out, put my bowl out from the cereal and coffee, come back in. And I was like, where's the crowd gone?
Yeah.
Because most people,
See, I'm the opposite. I didn't pay attention to that. Maybe you pay a lot more attention to detail than
I'm
I do
critiquing the damn thing. We're talking here for an hour and a half every week about it. I've got to be...
You got to be extra negative.
I'm picking out the flaws. You're just going to pick out the positives on this one. What?
Because it was all positive to me.
One side note, right? This is not at AEW. This is at the arena they're in. The blue chairs look really comfy, but for some reason, behind some of the people, the surrounding bit where it was blue was really distracting at certain points.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I think
chairs need to be black. I think
I'm just jealous of the chairs. I think they look really comfy. They were quite.
They
high
do,
back,
yeah.
But yeah, it was a bit distracting in place, and especially it really points out someone's not sat there.
Yes, yeah, you're right.
We've said this about Wembley. When you see the red seat, you can tell someone's not sat there, unless there's no Man United fans in the ground. But the blue ones,
ain't gonna get there.
These blue ones, they're just like, there's every now and again there's a spot missing. It's almost a bit like Green Shirt Guy at the WWE.
Yeah, you can tell when he's missing. Yeah, or the Trinidad guy.
Yeah,
makes sense. But yeah, no, this standard. They've had this match multiple times now.
Yeah,
like,
I'm a bit over
it's the same thing over and over again. We'll brush past it. There was fun bits where Billy Gunn's son Colton Gunn hits the Fameasser when
how do you say that?
It's Billy's Fameasser.
Fameasser.
Yeah.
Fameasser.
How do you say it?
Just say Fameasser.
It's Fameasser.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Fans, you can let me know.
Depends who does it.
Yeah. Yeah, Billy Gunn does the Fameasser, and then Colton Gunn does the Fameasser.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just making shit up now. Jay White uses the baseball bat. Standard. He's taken Sting's baseball bat and painted it gold. Billy Gunn goes for his finish, but then it gets reversed into Jay White's Blade Runner.
That was cool.
Correct decision. It was cool. Correct decision. Gang are really good. I really like their entrance. I really like what they do as a trio. They're slimy. And I think it's a very smart move to unify those trios championships.
Yeah, there's too many bouts in AEW. It's good they've got bouts and different people. They're trying to keep people happy, but having 2 trios is just a bit overboard.
I get it with the whole Ring of Honor. They're a separate brand, but you're showcasing it.
Yeah.
Regardless, they're all part of that one
If it
All
is
Elite Wrestling
just
brand.
Ring of Honor and you're doing trios and it was kept on Ring of Honor, that would have been fine. When you're passing it around different shows and that,
yeah, I agree.
Gets a bit overboard, doesn't it?
I agree. They should have just kept it.
At this point, everyone has a belt.
It's the way that you see it. I see it as different, but I agree they have too many belts.
Yeah, some of the belts are really good.
Agree. Yeah,
some of the belts are a bit like, okay, this could probably go now, kind of thing.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah. So yeah, onto the main card, and it starts with the Continental Championship match, Pac versus.
Yeah, very smart decision to start with this match.
Yeah,
get the crowd hot. You see the bastard Pac come out. He's just unreal.
Yeah.
Versus Kazuchika Okada, one of the best wrestlers in our generation.
Yeah,
ever. I think Excalibur said it. He won the New Japan Pro Championship for like nearly 5 years, I think it was. He was holding it strong.
Yeah.
That's really impressive. More impressive than Roman Reigns, I'd say, because he actually defends his championship.
Roman Reigns had 1 match in 5 years. What more did you want? What is it? He had something like, was it 14 defenses? Is it like 18 months or something? It's like, oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good start. There was some holds going on. I felt
it picks up the pace.
I felt like the crowd really got up there at first, and then by the time all the holding had finished, it died a little bit, and Pac was in control.
But then it picked back up. Yeah,
towards the middle of the match and the end of it, there was a bit with like the Avalanche Brainbuster, but it looked a bit more like a superplex to me. I was confused.
It's one of Pac's moves. So obviously, with the superplex, you just go backwards, right?
Yeah.
Where Pac, he spikes him
right
a bit on the head. So that's
and the commentary. Kind of got confused with that. I was like, I don't see what's going on. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I knew it was a brainbuster because I've seen Pac use it. Okada is very good. He's got the best drop kick in the game.
Better than Maven.
Better than Randy Orton. Because Randy Orton has a good stand drop kick.
No, he's a good drop kick. I'm a bit surprised he let Okada look so weak, though, in this match.
Heel. He's a heel.
Yeah,
you've got a kind
he's
of
the big new heel, isn't he? And Pac was on top. Okada was throwing out a move, and it was almost like it was only being half sold by Pac, and then Pac was hitting him back straight away. It was like...
Yeah, look at the size difference between them as well. Obviously, get rid of the height, but Pac's a bit of a beast there.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. I don't know. I just felt this is like the first proper showing of Okada, especially for me. I've seen bits
for you. Yeah, I've seen some great Okada.
But if you're like a casual watching AEW, tuning in and out and that, you haven't really seen much of him. And you're like, oh, pay-per-view, I'm watching. Okay, I've seen lots of clips about this guy being a badass and he's a big-time heel. I'm not beating him up here.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah, it just, to me,
I do see what you mean.
It should have been a bit more 50-50. Let Pac still have a strong showing, but you needed a bit more to it. There was a very funny bit where Okada reverses one move and just shit talk straight away.
Yeah, I love the way that he says Pac as well, because he puts on like the most American accent.
Yeah.
Hey, Pac.
Yeah.
It's just really funny. It's just more holds, isn't it? Then the pace starts picking up. It goes from 0 to 100 real quick. You get, like I said, you get the drop kick. You get Pac getting in some good moves. He decides to go for the Rainmaker thing, what Okada likes to do when the camera pans away, and then straight away he just flips the crowd off. I thought that was just brilliant.
That was really cool.
I thought, because then that's when the crowd started like booing him and like started to hate on him. Yeah, remembering he's a heel, because the crowd were very 50-50.
Yeah,
but they were more towards.
Yeah, was it
naturally.
Just before the flip out as well? I'm trying to think. There was the moonsault, wasn't there? Pac did a springboard moonsault, and that camera angle was brilliant.
Yes, yeah, because he did the springboard.
That was like the start
Yeah.
of where it started to pick up. And
Yeah.
then I did a neck breaker onto Pac.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it looked like 3. It was 2.99999. It looked
Yeah.
very much looked like a 3.
Yeah.
They just made me smile. I was like,
Pac misses Black Arrow, which
Yeah.
usually in WWE when he used to do the Red Arrow, obviously it's the same move,
Yeah.
but you could tell when he'd miss it because he'd do the shooting star press and then do the flip. Whereas this one, he just fully landed it.
Yeah.
And then
it looked.
Okada.
He's got to be careful doing that. That's going to hurt him.
It looks very painful. Yeah. Okada hits him with a tombstone.
Yeah.
Goes for the Rainmaker, but then Pac rolls him up, and then this is where
I feel like it should have been a cover there. Let him quick kick out.
It was a
bit slow.
Yeah, and then he then goes for a crucifix pin. Okada picks him up, but then Pac then transitions it into his submission finisher.
The brutalizer,
which is the brutalizer. Yeah. I thought it was cool.
Yeah,
and then it like I said, it picks up a lot. Pac then ends up hitting a tombstone on of his own, goes for a Black Arrow, and then Okada does the smart thing of getting the referee in the way.
Yeah, he holds on to his leg when he's getting checked on. It was quite funny. It was just like, I'm not getting funny. Move. And then gets his legs up, doesn't he, for the
Black Arrow again. Which, once again, we just said it's a dangerous thing. Imagine doing your little flip and then getting knees in the face.
Into the Rainmaker. 1, 2, 3, and surprise, he's still the champ.
He's still the champ.
Yeah,
it makes sense. We both got this right in our predictions.
Yes, the crowd liked it. It was good. I did enjoy it. It was a bit, I don't know. My issue just outright for this pay per view is there's far too many matches, pre-show and main show. You could chop out bits and pieces,
but you need to get used to it.
Yeah,
you need to get used to it. You think TNA was long?
Yeah, I think that's my issue. I watched this in 2 sittings as well, and I was still there going, this is long.
It's not.
It needs some of the matches need a bit more time. That's my issue.
Some of the matches did get a lot of time.
Yeah, and then other ones didn't. If you chop one of the matches out and space it out,
no, we'll talk about that anyways soon. But I don't know. I
would have not had this match. I would have started with the trios from the pre-show.
This is what you wanted, right? Yeah.
This one could have been on another pay-per-view. I'm not saying it's not pay-per-view ready or worthy, but just maybe not this pay-per-view. Because, goddamn, there's a lot of matches. I know it's hard because there's the title, and you've got to show off the titles.
But also, don't forget, they have a few pay-per-views, but they don't have as much as what you're comparing it to WWE, where they have a pay-per-view every 2 weeks.
No, every month. It's every 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks, and after Mania,
but there hadn't been one since Elimination Chamber, had there? It's the weird spot, isn't it? You've got Rumble 1 month, Elimination Chamber 1 month. You don't have anything in March. April, the end of March, beginning of April is Mania. Backlash fits in at the end of April, end of May, end of June, or whenever it is, middle of June. Middle of June, yeah. It's one of them.
But you've been too exposed to it that you're not used to this type of wrestling, are you?
Yeah.
That much. So
I
understand it. I think it's good. I think it's good because it is just pure sport and less story. Don't get me wrong, I do love a good story. I'm all for a story. But they need to... I think it's the perfect amount for a match card. And for 4 hours, it's good.
Anyway, moving on to the second match. We got this one. We both got this one wrong.
We did.
House of Black versus Edge, Eddie, and Briscoe.
You just call him Edge, not the guy that looks like Edge.
The guy formerly known as Edge, Eddie and Briscoe. This was good. I really enjoyed this match.
I didn't see much of it. I was a bit too distracted. I was watching it the day after, so I was busy cooking my dinner.
This was chaos. I like this match.
It was organised chaos, though, wasn't it?
It descended into complete chaos at bits and pieces.
Yeah. But it's a trios match, isn't it? So
yeah.
What do you expect? Do you like Mark Briscoe? Is he not your cup of tea?
He's all right. And take him or leave.
Do you like his redneck kung fu?
It's weird. That's all I'll say about it.
Yeah.
I like Eddie. I like the man formerly known as Edge. I love House of Black.
Yes.
I do like House of Black.
House of Black are brilliant.
Oh,
That's Brody King for you. It starts off, once again, your standard match. This one, I could have took it or leave it off the card.
yeah. If you're having the other trios matching and that's on the card, yeah, this one has to move. It did feel like it's a bit shoehorned in just to have Edge on the card.
Of course. I forget that he's the TNT champion.
Yeah, Edge don't need a belt either.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that I mentioned on the YouTube video that all bouts, apart from
FTW at the time.
The trios. Yeah, no, it was the trios. Because FTW is not acknowledged by AEW.
Wow.
It's a separate championship.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's what it's always been like. If you remember ECW, it's always been like that.
That's a move. Trying to how many belts AEW have. I see your game.
It's true. Yeah, so back to the match.
Yeah.
Once again, it's your standard, isn't it? Until the chaos happens.
Yeah, it's a good start. I like the stare down between the man formerly known as Edge and Black, and Black gets out there really quickly. That was good.
It's standard heel work, isn't it? Yeah. Do you like Buddy Murphy?
Yeah.
He can sell a move like no man's day.
It was very good. And they meat chops, Eddie and Brody.
Yes, yeah.
Proper chops.
I don't think Eddie Kingston got the showing that he deserved in this match. Eddie Kingston is brilliant.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
He should be the shoe-in for the world title at some point.
I was going to say, when do you fit him
this year. Yeah, when do you fit him in? You just can't, can you?
And will he get his chance when other people come back?
You never know.
It's going to be surprising.
Yeah. And, yeah, we get some chaos now, don't we?
Yeah, Briscoe gets a very good show in here. So
I remember.
He goes through
so
the ropes, use the chair, fly over the post into Brody. He gets the time, all the time that him and Eddie were getting in this match. It all goes to Briscoe.
Yeah, I mean he is a world champion, so I guess that makes sense. He's the Ring of Honor world champion. Yeah, I saw the Mark Briscoe. Doesn't he get the chair, sets it on the ring apron, and then runs off the chair and does a flip?
Yeah,
that's really cool. I've never seen that.
Yeah, over the post. Yeah, that was a really cool bit.
Yeah. I've not seen that done before, or if not, in a very long time.
I don't think I've ever seen it happen.
No.
Crave use of innovative. Chair, point up. It works.
That's a good point. Yeah. And then, it just then turns into Mark Briscoe getting beat up until a hot tag is made.
Yeah.
And, I don't really have much notes on this. Like I said, I don't think it should have been on the pay-per-view.
No, it was weird, really, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I'm not sure why. We know why. They wanted Edge on the card.
Yeah.
Or Adam Copeland. I will lose his actual name now.
Oh, thank you. You're so kind.
The man formerly known as Edge, kind. Now known as Adam.
Now known as Adam.
Yeah.
So, this was the shock, wasn't it?
Yeah, I didn't feel like House of Black were winning here, this one.
You thought it would be a bad day for the House of Black.
Yeah, I was half right.
You're half right.
Yeah, so, House of Black come out of this looking really good. They went to do their Cerberus kick thing, didn't they? And that got countered.
Yeah, into a triple spear.
That was really cool. Really cool.
Yeah.
That was really well done as well. Like, when you watch it again, you can see it being set up with the other two guys getting ready. But when you first watch it, you're like, that come out of nowhere.
Inject it into your veins.
Yeah, kind of thing. But it was a very cool moment. And that was the bit when I thought, oh, okay, we're over now. And then something very surprising happened.
Black Mist.
Oh, God.
But it looks so on Edge of all people, on Adam Copeland, on all people. He was just covered in the mist. And the referees...
Yeah, the whole mist
you got some goo
that's done in WWE or AEW or wherever it's done. It just always makes me giggle. Because why? And at some point, we're going to have to do a history lesson and find out who actually first ever did it. And what was their
It was the Great Muta. I'm sure it was the Great Muta. And then Tajiri.
Yeah, it's just comical to me.
Yeah. It was funny because towards the end of the match... But no, not after so House of Black win.
Yeah.
Guy spits the mist and then hits his black mass, or I can't remember what it's called in AEW. His roundhouse kick.
Yeah.
And they're all like, oh, Edge can't see. Someone needs to get him water. And then Mark Briscoe comes in, strolling in with a bottle of water. He's like, "Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
gonna pour it in."
Yeah. And yeah, you're right. He was completely covered in this stuff.
Yeah, which is quite distracting for the referee because like the referee was like busy. I guess it's not a DQ because he didn't see him use the mist, but if it's been used and it's all over him, it's fair game, right?
Apparently.
Wrestling rules.
Wrestling rules, yeah. They don't exist.
Yeah.
Poke him in the eyes, spit mist.
Yeah.
Go for a low blow.
Yeah, yeah.
In fact, we had it all. We just didn't have a DQ finish on any of these matches.
Which thumbs up for me.
I don't know. DQ finishes, when done correctly, are very good. When done
not every match though.
No, not every match. This isn't WrestleMania 2 or whatever, which one it was.
Well, just
So
WWE events.
The next match was Julia Hart versus Willow Nightingale for the TBS Women's Championship.
Yes, TBS Championship.
Okay.
So TNT is for the men's.
TBS
is for the
women's.
women.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
There's too many belts, too many names. As long as it's not industry.
Julia Hart.
Whatever.
Julia Hart, best entrance.
Yes, best entrance in AEW.
Yeah, I love it.
I don't like many of the AEW entrances.
Why? Is it because they're not WWE?
I think it's the same thing about TNA last week. I don't think some of them get the time and they haven't got the space. Granted, AEW give them more space than TNA because TNA's one was tiny last week. But this one works really well. But Willow Nightingale coming out is just so kind of like, yeah, woo, yeah, I'm Willow.
That's a gimmick.
Yeah, but it seems very... If you're not one of the very select few in AEW with a special entrance, you've got a generic copy-paste. It just feels to me.
Just like all other wrestling promotions. I can't believe you're trying to shit on AEW without a valid reason.
No, I shit on shit entrances. Wait until we get to Backlash and all these...
I'll hold you to that. I'm actually going to hold you to
this.
In
fact, hang on. Go back to Mania, and you were the one sticking up for AJ Styles' new entrance, where I was like, I don't like it.
No,
so
you didn't like the music. You didn't like the music.
Yeah, I don't. And that's what I'm going to pick up on Backlash. That current music is blooming awful.
Okay.
Apart from they brought back Sheamus's, but we'll let limes be limes.
Lions be lions?
Limes.
Or limes be limes, okay.
It's the limes entrance.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense now.
Entrance.
So this was as short as our argument, this match.
Oh, yeah, our argument there is the entirety of this match. I'm really disappointed at how short this match was.
No, so Julia's injured.
Yeah, I know.
Julia's hurt her shoulder. She can't
I know
wrestle.
there's a reason behind it. However, I didn't like this match.
No, she did. She had a good showing as what she could to her best ability. Yeah, she took the Willow driver or the Willow bomb as well as she could.
Yeah.
And new TBS champion, Willow Nightingale.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good showing, but I don't like the match.
No, it should have been much longer. I agree.
It should, yeah.
But you really can't.
I feel like they should have just wrote Julia off on TV and had a vacated title or something. I don't know. I don't know how they do it without doing this. I don't think it does much for Willow Nightingale either. Especially, right? She had a good showing in the match. She doesn't get any time to celebrate because they've got to get the CEO out there. And that really frustrated me.
It frustrated me because...
Spotlight takes off of her.
Yeah, because she's going to be the transitional champion.
Yeah.
You're not going to have Mercedes Moné lose on her debut. And if you do, props to you, Tony Khan. Props to you.
But then what... Again, I know there's too many matches on this card, but how Mercedes Moné is going all the way to Double or Nothing before she wrestles, I don't know.
She's still injured. She's not medically cleared.
Okay, I did not know that bit. But still, it's rough. That's all I'm going to say is this bit.
I agree. If
she's injured, don't...
I agree. Maybe she wanted to defend it before she loses. I get it.
Could have happened on a TV episode. Change more belts on TV.
Yeah, no, that's a good
Or
that's
not
a
on
good
TV
shout.
next year, it will be on streaming services. Might even be streaming services for AEW, actually. Is that deal up there?
They've always talked about doing HBO, haven't they?
They want the money, don't they, from HBO?
Yeah.
I can't remember where I saw it recently. There was a stat saying TV time's worth something like 42 cents a minute to AEW, and it's worth $1 a minute to WWE. So obviously they need to try and get that gap a bit closer, and that should happen with the next deal. Although I don't know if that takes into account Netflix money.
Not too sure.
Anyway, side tangent. That's where we wrap that match up. I don't want to talk about that one anymore. My heart's
broken.
broken.
It was done. It was quick as our argument.
Yeah. Julia Hart's going to go off and get fixed and come back.
Yeah. I like the teaser that they did. I don't know if you follow her on Instagram.
The little
she was crying, and then Brady was like, "Now we rebuild," and then she's, "Oh, yeah." I thought that was really smart.
That was good. I thought that was on an episode of TV. Was that actually just on?
No, that was on like socials. Yeah.
Okay. No, I didn't see that. That was cool.
So now we get into the international championship match: Kyle O'Reilly versus Roderick Strong. Best friends versus best friends.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed this match.
I could take it or leave it.
Yeah,
it was very standard.
It's a standard match. Oh, don't get me wrong, but just some of you can tell these guys have wrestled for years against each other because their chemistry was so good.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I did find myself getting a bit bored though during the match as well.
Yeah, every match is like that though.
Yeah,
every match you have that kind of.
I don't know if it's because where it is sandwiched. So
in between specific matches, right?
Yeah, so you've got the Julia match, you get this, and then it's the FTW
the
match,
women's
and then,
FTW.
So yeah, these two matches in between the two women's matches are a bit. We'll get on to the one afterwards, but yeah, at this point is again where I'm like, oh, what are we doing here, kind of thing. I don't know how long this match actually was, but yeah, I just remember feeling bored at a point of this, and then it picks up. It just pick up towards the end.
There's a lot of backbreakers, aren't there?
Yeah, there's a lot of backbreakers. Lots of strikes.
Body strong. Yeah, a lot of strikes.
I know there's always
so
strikes.
Kyle O'Reilly is a very technical ground wrestler. His transitions into submissions, that was a hard word to say, like both of them at the same time, are so good. But yeah, some of the stuff that happens in this match. So Kyle goes for a running kick and then Roddy picks him up into a powerbomb position and then transitions into a backbreaker.
Yeah.
He then does the backbreaker on the top turnbuckle.
That was cool.
Yeah, which just always looks a bit mean.
Yeah. And he catches a knee at some point into a... Rod catches it, doesn't he? The running knee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the bit before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just get my notes for this match because, it was a very backbreaker match. That's my notes said backbreaker. More backbreakers.
Yeah. And then there's the worst attempt at interference I've ever seen in a wrestling match.
But from Wardlow, where he just walks all
just waddles down to the ring.
Yeah.
The referee's nope. He's like, I'm going to waddle back there. And I'm like...
Yeah. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. I thought they were doing that because someone was coming in from behind.
Okay.
Like coming out of the crowd, sliding in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a strange moment in this merry-go-round of a match. The brainbuster on Strong was good. I did like that.
Yeah. Kyle O'Reilly has a good brainbuster.
Yeah.
Kyle O'Reilly, so on this week's episode of AEW Dynamite after Dynasty, I was thinking this whilst watching this Kyle O'Reilly match. Like, Kyle O'Reilly needs to get rid of that long hair and go back to his short sort of hair. And lo and behold, in Dynamite this week, he's had a haircut.
Oh, wow.
He listened to me.
Why was it not done in a Hair v career match? Or Hair v mask?
No such thing. No such thing. On a pole match.
On a pole.
Hair on a pole match.
Yeah. I don't know what else more to say. It was the end of Heartache.
Kicks, chop. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's some chops.
Kick, chop, kick, chop. I thought that was really smart. Roddy, once again, has loud chops. Kyle O'Reilly has a good standing kick. So they were just kicking or chopping each other's chest. Which then, you're right, the end of Heartache happens and still you're international champion.
Yeah. And my note for this match was, why did this get more time than the women's match?
But now you know, it's because Julia...
I knew she was injured, but I thought she was at least cleared enough to pull on a match.
No, you could tell she wasn't.
And then Lazarus comes out in his wheelchair and stands up. That was a holy shit moment, because obviously there'd been rumours that his foot weren't healing as fast as they could. They took him off the road. I think
there's been the whole recently of rumours turning out to be true, right?
There's dirt sheets in the world.
Yeah.
I think that was generally done just because of those. I don't think he was appearing other than the fact that there was those rumours.
Yeah.
I still think he'll be off the road. I don't think he's, unless you're going to now tell me he appeared on midweek TV.
He did, actually.
Yeah.
He did.
Did he get much time on? Did he walk around?
He didn't get much time, no. Let's talk about this bit and then I'll tell you what. No,
Yeah,
we'll
cool.
talk about...
Talk about it.
No, we'll talk about after. No, because it doesn't go with what we're going to talk about next.
What? So he doesn't stare down Wardlow on TV? Boring.
He has his little evil moment. So basically, what they're all celebrating after the Dynasty event. Adam Cole comes, walks down, like you said, Lazarus. He can walk again.
Yep.
He then he's about to beat up Wardlow, but then once Wardlow turns around, Adam Cole's like, yeah, my team, my kingdom. But this week on Dynamite after Dynasty, they have the Casino Gauntlet match, which, if you get a chance to watch it, Aaron, watch it. Definitely watch it. It's 20-odd minutes, but it was great.
It's similar to what they did for the Intercontinental title shot, weren't it? Before Mania. Well,
No.
with more people.
No, different, because in WWE Gauntlet matches, you got a pin for the next person to come out.
Okay. So,
Whereas this one was at random intervals, another person would come out until there was a winner.
so how do you eliminate people? Or did you just not?
There's elimination. It's the first person to get a pin.
Oh, okay. So it's a battle royale, but okay.
It was really smartly done. Spoiler alert, Will Ospreay is the number one contender for the International Championship.
I'm so surprised they gave him a title shot. What has that man done to deserve a title shot?
But yeah, no, Adam Cole appears there as well.
In his wheelchair.
No, he was walking down and clapping, and as Roddy and Will Ospreay had a stare down.
Okay.
But yeah, and then now we get into a match.
Father of the Year 2.
The Learning Tree.
Right. Bring Judas back right now.
But yeah, because they've got the new Fozzy song. That's what he's using now.
It's terrible. Yes, I'm shitting on another
so-
AEW entrance.
So this one at the Dynasty event was his old school Lionheart song, but then on
Now he's got a new
Dynamite
one.
this week, he's got a new song.
Yeah. Why this was on the pay-per-view. They're just shoehorning Chris Jericho into a... I don't
you're right.
imagine this is what happened, but I almost felt like he knocked on the boss's door and went, "Where's my match on Dynasty? Give me."
Have you seen those TikToks
Yes.
where they're like the Hulk Hogan ones?
Yeah, it very much was, and yeah, I didn't like this
The
match.
crowd hates Jericho right
I think the crowd also just hated this match.
I don't think they hated this match because they do Hook.
Yeah, I like Hook, but this was.
I thought Hook. Apart from the Samoa Joe match, this was one of Hook's better matches.
Really,
Better showings of matches yet.
really.
So you got the Samoa Joe one.
This was a really good match.
I don't think you've seen much of Hook's matches.
No, but
before,
you're
I'm
making. If this is his second best match, I don't want to at this point.
You'll see what, because Hook basically squashes people, so Hook now needs to have long matches like this.
Yeah, from everything I've seen of Hook, he normally squashes people. That's why.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I didn't mind this match. I could take it or leave it. It shouldn't have been on the pay-per-view.
yeah.
I thought it was a fun sort of match. One bit I got really squeamish by was when Hook decides to do a German suplex outside of the ring, and Jericho nearly gets hit into the corner.
Oh, right,
of the
yeah,
steel.
right next to the
Yeah. And
I'm hoping there was more room there than it looked.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, there was the weird bit with a glancing blow, weren't there? Though with the camera work.
Yeah.
Weird. There was an FTW trash can lid. That it was actually a spray paint.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
Yeah. So how many weeks build up did this have? The whole was it literally the?
It was a
one or
good
two?
No, it was a good 3 or 4 because they were going to join the tag team tournament, but they didn't.
Right.
They were tag teaming together and stuff like that. So they had quite a bit of build up.
Because I've seen the whole weird bit where they had Taz in the ring and that, and it looked like he was trying to steal Chris Jericho. Yeah.
Hook's son.
Chris Jericho's trying to steal his son and
Yeah,
be
yeah.
Father of the Year number 2.
No, Christian is
Yeah.
always going to be the father.
Yeah, he's going to be Father of the Year number 1, but Chris Jericho wants to be Father of the Year number 2.
I agree.
He's going to come out with his own luchador.
Sake.
It's going to happen.
That was good.
You see, I also thought Taz was getting involved at this at one point. I'm a bit disappointed.
Everyone wanted Taz
The
involved
fact that
in
he didn't,
this. I can see why, because obviously
one.
Taz is old now and he can't move. But yeah, I wanted to see like a Taz mission or something. That would have been good. I thought it was strong of Hook to kick out of multiple Judas effects.
Yeah, it is, but
It made him look stronger. It made Jericho look like a bit more of a twat.
what's his move called? T-Bone, is it?
Hook does all of Taz's old suplexes.
Yeah.
So T-Bone suplex, German suplex.
He did that into...
Indian suplex.
He did that into the table, didn't he?
Into the table, yeah. That looked like Jericho nearly broke his neck as well.
Yeah, that
was like
a bit nasty.
But once again, Jericho's put on a few pounds. He's heavy, especially with Hook.
Oh,
Hook's
you're
a
body
scrawny
shaming again.
kid.
You body shame Sheamus. Now you're body shaming Chris Jericho.
They're all having burgers after burgers.
Yeah, this was not a burger. In fact, no, this match was a burger. This wasn't a banger. This was a burger.
Yeah, that's how we'll rate her.
Yeah.
Was it a burger or a banger?
Yeah. I really like the bit with the trash can and the kendo stick.
That also looked dangerous, like the German suplex.
Yeah, but he had a trash can on, so he hit him with a kendo stick on the trash can. I'm like, that surely the trash can's protecting him from the kendo stick.
It is, but not your ears.
Yeah. It sounded nasty, but yeah. And there's the Hurricanrana off the top rope.
Yeah. More tables get announced.
Yeah. Table. Yeah, he put it in the corner, didn't he? There's
a
code breaker. The trash can T-Bone spot should have been like the finish to me.
I agree.
That like the whole...
That looked more painful than the whole match.
Yeah. And this sums up a bit more of my feelings on AEW in this card at the minute. Is less is more. They need to learn it a bit. The matches to me, yeah, I know it's probably a bit more of the WWE fan, like with the shorter matches and that. They get what they need to get in and they'll do a finish. Or you'll have multiple weeks of matches. A lot of it at the minute seems to be like this is an accumulation of something that probably should have gone on for a couple more weeks.
Before the penultimate match.
Yeah, I feel like I take it this was the end of it. I know, did Jericho open up Wednesday night, didn't he, with a promo?
He didn't open up, he had a promo.
Okay, I thought, I don't know. I've seen a clip of it, and I'm like, okay, so he's now just completely moved on from Hook, kind of thing.
No, he said that he wants Hook to join the learning tree. He can teach Hook so much more, but then he wants to... So I think Jericho should step away from actually having matches and now become a manager. He should be the mouthpiece of Hook. He shouldn't be wrestling Hook or joining him in a tag team match. Because Hook can't cut a promo. Have Jericho do it.
Have Jericho teach him, yeah.
Not teach him, but have Jericho do it.
I know,
like,
they still
need Paul Heyman.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, still...
How many people have Paul Heyman worked with and then afterwards they've died a death because they can't do a promo?
True.
Kind of thing.
True.
Remember, sorry, just as a slight tangent. Remember when it first happened and Brock Lesnar picked up the mic afterwards and was like, why has he not had a mic for so many years? This guy's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's come out with a cowboy gimmick, like a proper Texan owner, and he's just having a ball, and it was great. But yeah.
I think Jericho should be a mouthpiece and have the odd match. Always.
Yeah. Or put a t-shirt on.
You're body shaming.
I'm joining in now. Yeah, so there's a second Judas effect kicked out of that, as you said. And then he gets the baseball bat out.
Good old Floyd, the baseball bat.
Yeah. Hook's highlight of this match was that whole flipping him off.
Flipping him off, you can't beat me.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
And Jericho's apologies were just cringe.
It was, yeah. And then Taz was like, you know what, just get away from Hook. Yeah. That was good.
Yeah, Taz standing up.
That was good, yeah.
But it was a very smart way to say Taz isn't commentating on the next match.
Yes, because they wanted to fit in Nigel McGuinness and I thought it was good.
Yeah. So it's 1, 2, 3. FTW champ is now Chris Jericho. My last comment on this was it's stupid. Yeah,
I agree.
It was not needed. This next match was needed.
His next match was great.
Yeah, I really like this.
Tony Storm.
Yeah.
Timeless Tony Storm versus Thunder Rosa.
Ooh, I like the role there.
Thank you.
That was good. Yeah, I enjoyed this. This was good.
Yeah, Thunder Rosa comes out as the luchador. Tony Storm selling what Thunder Rosa did, where she attacked her with lipstick all over the face. So Tony Storm puts whitish fake face paint or makeup on.
Yeah, that was a bit strange. Not gonna lie.
It was smart. It was
smart.
story. It's storytelling.
It is storytelling, but there's a few times like with the curl hair and that white face, which is like this weird.
She's Marilyn Monroe, isn't she?
Yeah, I
She's the Marilyn Monroe of
Yeah.
AEW or wrestling. So I think it's cool.
The entrances were
In
cool.
my-
I liked her entrance, and Thunder Rosa was
Yeah.
good as well.
Yeah.
I liked her coming out. And
This match was fun.
yeah, it was. I wish it was a bit longer.
I think it flowed well.
Yeah,
I think if it went a little bit longer, they'd start botching.
really.
I think this was the right.
You're not giving them
amount
credit. They can't
of
do a bit longer.
They could, but I feel like that's when mistakes happen a bit more.
Okay. The flip from the flip. Onto
Yeah, the little tornado spin
Yeah.
flip.
and landed
Yeah,
on Luther.
that's what I'm calling it.
Yeah, cool. Poor Luther.
Yeah.
Give
Paul
that man a
Luther,
raise.
Paul Butler.
He needs more
Yeah.
money. Yeah, it was good. There's Rosa looked really strong. Missile drop kick and like the crucifix bomb.
Yeah.
Definitely driver. It all happened quite quick. I think those bits. I don't think it was too
Yeah,
much.
all in less than 2 or 3 minutes,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
So like proper like selling how strong Rosa is, which was cool to see.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Tony Storm gets a nice standard heel in.
Yeah.
She rakes the eyes and she's pulling on the hair. She's doing a backbreaker, even though I saw enough backbreakers in 2 matches
Yeah.
ago.
And then we were scared. There's backbreakers everywhere. There'd be super kicks everywhere at some point.
Yeah. Backbreaker's the new super kick.
Yeah. It felt like it at one point.
Yeah. Tony Storm standing on Thunder Rosa, just walking across her back.
Yeah.
That was funny. It was a good, once again, good sort of heel work.
Yeah. And then Diano, what's the name?
Come on, you can do it.
Pizarro, is it? Pizarro?
Diana Perazzo.
Perazzo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perazzo.
Yeah. Attacks the entourage.
The Entourage, it's Mariah fucking May.
Entourage.
Yeah, Mariah May. If you get, I know you don't watch much AEW.
I've seen clips. I know. But I want to
Clips.
poke you and say it's the entourage.
I know. But Mariah May is a very good young and up-and-comer
Yeah.
wrestler.
Smart to put it with Tony Storm.
Yeah,
Works well. And
Yeah,
some
it
of the
does.
promos they do are quite funny.
yeah. And she's British. She's representing the British
Yeah.
Wrestling Foundation. I
Yeah.
don't
But yeah, it was enjoyable. There's not really much else more to go through, I don't think, on the match.
The way that Tony Storm won?
Go on then.
No, you can do it.
No, because I'm
You're
going
the
to
one
laugh
that...
at it.
What? The kick in the lower region?
How does it work?
You sound like a virgin.
No, I get when it happens and a man sells it, right? There's some dangly bits down there. Just let me go. I was just laughing. I was like, okay, that's what they're going to go with for the finish. It was weird.
A low blow
Yeah, low blow.
into the pile driver,
Yeah.
into the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and still champ Tony Storm. That was really my only critique about the entire match. I think there was a slight botch on a powerbomb I picked up on.
Yeah.
Partly through. But yeah, it was the whole low blow into the finish. Yeah. And it was strange. Is it, what's the move? It's not called Power Driver, is it? Is it Storm Zero or something?
Tony Storm Zero
Cool name.
Yeah.
I like that.
is a cool name. Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
No, I did enjoy that, but the ending just made me laugh.
how does it work?
Yeah, how does it work? I understand with it, yeah.
You've got misses.
Okay,
Just
pick
pick
up.
her one time.
Job, she doesn't listen to this.
Oh no, she will now.
She has to listen to me talk around the house. She's definitely not going to put this on
Yeah.
when she's on the commute to work.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
this is the
fucking
point where you turned
fantastic.
it off because it was just going to get boring from it.
Yeah,
no point
this is
watching
where
anymore.
there's no point watching the rest now, is it?
The pay-per-view was over.
All
And
finished.
definitely this next match. We don't talk about this one. They could have cut this out easily.
This could have just been on a pay-per-view,
This should have
Just
just
one
been
match.
like a WWE speed
one match pay-per-view. Yeah.
Right, yeah. I'll just get this out of the way now. Why this is like mid-card on this pay-per-view is beyond me. This should have been a headline.
As I said, it's a headline match, 100%, but you can't not have the world title be not in the main event.
See, no, you can't.
The world title needs to be prestigious, especially for a new company like AEW.
No, because
This match, yes, should have main evented or opened the show.
No,
I would
you
have.
couldn't have opened the show with this.
Fuck, you could.
I would have
Think
vomited
about
if this
how-
was the first match and then had to watch something else. Oh God, I would have. If it's, so when I was watching this on the Monday morning, I was about to stop after that women's match. I was on a high. I was like, right, okay, I've got a couple of hours now like an hour and a half before I have to leave for work. Let's tidy up the house, do bits and bobs, and get ready. And then this smash. So I'm gonna have to sit down and watch this now. And if this was like the first match and then I had to watch the rest of it, I would have been lying down from birth. No, this is a mistake of a wrestling promotion, not as WWE have done before, where they're like, the big bout has to be the main event, where the match that everyone knows is the match everyone wants to see is before it, a few matches or whatever. A big one was, I'm just going to use WWE as an example because it's the one I can think of at the minute, is Taker Shawn Michaels.
Should have main evented.
Should have main evented.
It did. It
One
did.
of them. It didn't main event.
The retirement versus the Shriek, it did.
Yeah. The first one didn't, though, did it?
No, the first one didn't.
Yeah.
No.
And it should have. And even like Triple H has come out and said, like, we shouldn't have gone on last. Because it was in the main event. It should have been the Undertaker match. And this is that sort of match where it should have main evented something. Maybe double or nothing.
Something.
This is main evented. You very understand that Samoa Joe would have been very accepting of going, I'm not main event.
Yeah.
Saying that, it couldn't have been Swerve Strickland's match being not main event.
Mm-hmm.
I know what you're saying there. Like, what happened in the main event had to be in a main event. I get that.
Yes.
Real holy shit hype moment, this match.
The crowd were loving it right at the start.
Of course. Any crowd would have loved this right at the start.
I wish they saved this match until All In.
I wish this was a first of a 2 or 3 parter.
Okay.
One of the no, I feel like that ship sailed now. Unless it's Danielson's retirement match or something. I feel like
it's the first time that they've ever wrestled, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like there's a very good moment to end this to set up
keep it.
To go again, kind of thing. But then people would have been like, "Oh, it didn't hit their level it needed to." Maybe
they needed to go all guns blazing.
Yeah,
120%.
Yeah,
and you can't not do that with either Bryan Danielson or Will Ospreay.
Yeah, Bryan Danielson's had probably 10 matches now this year that could be match of the century. At least match of the year kind of thing.
He's doing his retirement tour, isn't he?
And he's going out with a bang, like he said.
He's facing who he wants to face. He's doing his bucket list, which props to Tony Khan. He's a great boss that's allowing someone like Bryan Danielson to do that.
Yeah. I just wish there was a bit more of a build and a story behind it.
Yeah, but this one actually had a bit of a story.
No.
Yes, they didn't really... Not enough, I agree. I will agree with you. But they had a story.
The only thing missing from this is the emotion. And the
emotion did happen.
The technical bit in that aspect works to a degree, but to truly elevate it to best match ever, you need that kind of...
You need that story.
Yeah, that connection.
I agree. This is up here.
Just using the whole best there ever was thing and best at the current time facing each other gets you so far kind of thing. This is definitely top 10 match of all time.
Is it on your top 10 match of all time?
It's close. I prefer Ospreay v Omega 2, is it?
In Canada.
I don't know where it was. Was it
Forbidden Door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That to me is still Ospreay's best match.
Okay.
I really like that match and hold that match very high.
I feel like everyone's top 10 match will have Will Ospreay there somewhere.
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah.
At least 5 of them.
And a Daniel Bryan match.
Yeah, or Bryan Danielson.
Yeah. No, for me, it's a Daniel Bryan match kind of thing. Yeah, it's hard. Everyone's got different, and everyone's favourite matches changes all the time.
Yeah.
Like recently getting reminded about Angle versus Benoit Rumble match.
Yeah.
That's a great match.
It
come up on something. It definitely wouldn't have been WWE like when they post that match.
It might have been a Chris Van Vliet.
No, it was something else.
Like podcast.
It was on YouTube. The whole match was on YouTube.
Yeah, okay.
So I sat there and watched it and went, I remember watching this before and I'm glad I've just rewatched it again.
You're glad that you
then that immediately goes, this is right up there with some of my favourite matches of all time. But if you'd got me to sit down and go, what's your favourite match? That wouldn't have been in the conversation. Because it was that long ago since I'd actually seen
It's out of your memory, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
But getting to see this and WrestleMania Night 2 in the same year is crazy.
Yeah,
Kind of,
I agree.
Kind of like
I agree.
Levels of wrestling. This is pro wrestling being back again.
Yeah, this is pro wrestling is cool again.
Yeah.
And yes, it starts off quite slow. Of course it would. Like Bryan Danielson is a technical masterclass.
Yeah.
I thought it was really funny. They were all chopping. And then Ospreay is like, oh, you chopped me a bit too hard.
Yeah, and you've got like the high boot. Will goes over the rope. And then the flippy flips. Corkscrew kicks. There's corkscrew 450s to the outside.
I don't think there was much flippy flips as what you say there would have been.
No, probably.
Were there flippy flips? Yes.
Yeah.
But not as much as I thought there would be.
Okay.
In my personal opinion.
Yeah.
But then again, I have seen some flippy flip matches of Ospreay.
Yeah.
Where there are every single second is a flippy flip.
He's starting to bug me, his handstand flip, where he flips into the rope on his handstand and flips over the bloke.
I think that's cool.
It is cool, and I do like it, but it just seems to be every single match now.
It's a part
one of his
his
five moves of doom. Okay, maybe he's got 12 moves of doom. He's got a few more moves than 5.
A strong 15, I'd say.
A strong 15. We're going to count them.
Yeah.
I'm going to start a list. We're going to rate wrestlers on how many moves of doom they've got. Yeah. Actually, that would actually be a really good system. Because some have only got...
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and...
You get Bryan Danielson doing some weird submission moves.
Yeah.
Which... It's a very smart sort of storytelling of grounding Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
Sudden to the mat and not making him be the high flyer.
Yeah.
Or attacking from above. I don't know. Watch this match and you'll understand.
It's very hard to actually go through this match, to be fair.
There's so much.
Yeah. There's a hidden blade counter, which was really cool.
We'll go to the latter part. Like, you get a tiger suplex from the top rope, which Will Ospreay takes. You try and get another one where another tiger suplex where Will Ospreay flips out of and really quick.
Yeah, but before that, there was like a Cody cutter on the apron and a hidden blade on the apron. Or off the apron.
Yeah.
Which were really cool.
Off the apron. Yeah. Like, just so many moments of this match.
And Brian
this
kicks,
is what...
guillotine, face, yes kicks in.
Yeah.
There's dodges and psycho knees. Will kicks at 2.9. Is it after the psycho knee?
The psycho knee, yeah.
Yeah. That's where I felt like you could have ended it to set up a rematch. Will lost it. Daniel Bryan won. Will Ospreay then can build himself up for 6 more months. Is it Wrestle Dream? Is that in November?
October, end of October, yeah.
Pay-per-view. Maybe aim for Wembley, in fact.
Which is August. Yeah.
And have the rematch. And have copy and paste this final third or quarter of the match into the ending of that match.
And it's there. Yeah.
And that might have been there. Will Ospreay, Danielson too, could at Wembley especially, could have been...
Would be good.
Match ever, you know.
Yeah. Best match ever.
I really like the Styles Clash by Will as well as.
Yeah, one-handed deadlift Styles Clash.
Yeah,
it was just unreal. Yeah, like this match was just so much.
Yeah,
like the storytelling towards the end. Like, one thing I really loved was that. Yes, you said it's been done multiple times, but the little cowboy stare down corner to corner.
Oh yeah,
the crowd just going ape shit.
Yeah. But you're missing... Well, the best bit of it was the knee counter to the cutter. That was just before, wasn't it? And that kind of meant down. Yeah, you get into the 2 corners, yes chance. He takes the elbow pad off. The proper anime.
It was very anime,
showing
wasn't
camera angles.
Yeah.
And they do the whole... I
know what you mean. Yeah, because Will was going to go for the springboard Oscar, but Danielson runs into his knee finisher, which just works so well.
Yeah, it was really well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've got...
That hidden blade is just mean. Sorry, just the way that he, like, just elbows, and then just the way that the other wrestler sells that.
Yeah.
It's just mean. It could go wrong, that move.
Oh, very easily, yeah.
Speaking of wrong, Tiger Driver 91?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's your opinion, Con?
He landed
Come
fine.
on. He landed
Like
fine,
textbook
yeah.
landing.
It was a textbook, man. Not as bad as what Kenny's was at Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
Like, where he lands actually on his head and
Yeah,
neck.
exactly. That was wrong. Yeah.
Mm.
He landed like proper, like shoulders, like
Yeah.
upper back, landed perfect.
Yeah.
I know why they did it, the story, wanted to stop using the move and whatever. It's a smart reason to do it.
It's a reason to get away from the Don Callis family.
Okay, that's what the reason's going to be. I'd prefer a bit more of a reason for why he goes away from them, as he's been there.
But it's because Don Callis is, you should, because now Will Ospreay is going to be like, I'm going to aim for the move, but oh shit, I hurt Bryan Danielson. I'm not going to use it.
That's what they go with, fair enough. Yeah, and then you've got Tiger Driver, Hidden Blade, 1, 2, 3. Billy Goat wins. The crowd
for this match.
The crowd for this whole event was really good.
I feel like we're doing this a disservice, but just watch the match.
Yeah.
But there's too much to talk about in this match.
This is basically what our review of this match is. You need to watch this match. Yeah. Anyone with a bad thing to say about this match is just nitpicking. I'll nitpick the elbow v knee.
I was going to say.
That was salty for me. Yeah. Especially when Trick Williams and Ilya Dragunov did their Mark II version, because they'd already done it back in Vengeance in February, and Ilya won. And it was great when
they've always done that spot. They've done it in TNA.
Yeah.
They've done it.
But then NXT did it in Spring Breaking, and the camera angle was perfect. I was like, use that camera angle in Dynasty.
Yeah.
And that just elevates that whole sequence. They had the camera work. They had the back and forth camera angle of looking in each corner, the yes chants going. And then, for whatever reason, they just chose it on camera to show them coming together, which was maybe
I agree.
Silly. That's the only thing that's wrong with this match. Do I want to see every match like this? No. I like
you would
give me variety.
Yeah.
Everyone would get bored if this was this match 10 times in a row every night. I don't care.
Was this a burger or a banger?
This was a burger with extra bacon and cheese. Yeah, definitely a banger.
So burger's good. Yeah, 100%
yeah. That's the issue with using this system. Burger would be good in our opinion.
Yeah.
No, it was good. It was very good. Just watch it. Watch the damn match.
Yeah, just watch it. And the story of Ospreay feeling bad, like he was celebrating, but then he was like, "Oh shit, what's happened to Bryan Danielson?"
Yeah,
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, that was a good character moment. He apologizes at the press conference, doesn't he? Does he apologize then on TV the following week?
No, because he then goes into the match. He once again tries to go for the Tiger Driver.
Okay, but
he doesn't do it to Kyle O'Reilly.
See, this
is
where you've got to watch too many different things to get all your information. You've got to watch the interview to say he's sorry.
He's retiring it, and he's sorry.
That almost could have been a promo. Even if it's put out on social media, as much as I don't like having to keep up with everything everywhere. Ironic.
Yeah.
On social media, put clips out, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Put it on my TV, damn it. Or at least do a replay of it.
Yeah.
Let me know the story.
I know what you mean. And then, how can you top that match?
You didn't top that match, but yeah, carry on.
No, I know, but you need the sort of spot fest match now, don't you?
Was it a spot fest match?
They had some cool spots.
Yeah, I've seen this match multiple times before, though. So, yeah.
Have you seen it in a ladder match, though?
I didn't like it being in a ladder match, I'm not going to lie. So, Young Bucks versus FTR for the tag belts.
I thought this was a great match.
It was all right.
You're just too WWE-ified.
My issue, right, with it, I'll just get the ladder match bit out of the way first. Ladder matches for me don't work when there's two people or two teams of people. You need...
But you enjoyed the WrestleMania Night 1 6-person tag ladder match.
I'm getting to that. I want multiple men. I want a fatal four-way, maybe a triple threat. Fatal four-way is like the minimum. You need 4 combatants. Put 6 people...
There's 4 people on this.
No, that's what I mean. You're not listening. There's 2 teams in this, right? There's not enough teams. Give me a fatal four-way, because there's 4 people fighting each other. Give me a 6-pack ladder match. To use ladders, it needs extra stakes. Put Dominic up there on a pole. For me, ladder matches need to be chaos and multiple men, not just this. I don't know. It didn't quite work for me. And I'd say that about most ladder matches that are like this. Could make it a standard match or a tables match. Don't know why. Tables matches work better for me.
Disagree with you. I thought this was a great match, and it was a great way to showcase tag team wrestling by using weapons such as a ladder or such as a table.
I prefer their match from Wembley.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just disagreeing with your logic of a ladder match.
Yeah,
because then you're saying that you did not like RVD versus Eddie Guerrero in a ladder match.
No, I did.
You then say
this. It's just weird. I prefer it when there's many more men in there or women. Let's 2024. Money in the Bank works because there's so many people in the match.
Don't get me wrong. I do like my multi-man ladder matches.
You just got
or multi-woman man.
It just works better. I'm not saying I dislike ladder matches, but they work a lot better. Because there's certain bits. This match wasn't so bad with it. There's certain spots where it's like you're waiting for the person to be ready and get involved.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
When you've got multiple people, they can be set up and it can be.
It's better. Smoother, isn't it? Yeah. You get to see blood in this match.
Poor Dax, man. I think he bleeds every time I watch.
Yeah, he's the new Moxley.
Is it because he's bold?
Yeah.
Make him bleed. Probably. The Young Bucks need to get different colour outfits.
Well, I love their whole like EVP.
Yeah, that's fine. Have one of them in white and one of them in blue, please. Young Buck 1 and Young Buck 2 are living strong in my mind because I can't tell them apart.
Yeah,
even one of them's got a gold jacket, one's got a blue, and I still kept losing track of them in this one.
So the one in the gold jacket is Matthew. Okay. The one in the blue is Nicholas.
Okay, Young Buck 1 and Young Buck 2, and Young Buck 1 and Young Buck 2 is interchangeable between the two.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah,
you never know. Cash is so athletic,
oh, he
man.
Is. Yeah.
For a big man,
yeah.
Some of the stuff that he did in this
Cash
match,
looked great
like
throughout this match.
Yeah, he did. So they set the ladder up on the announce table and the ring, or the barricade and the ring.
Barricade, yeah.
Yeah, they get Cash decides to block what Young Bucks were trying to do. Gets on the ladder, does a moonsault off the ladder, just so smoothly. And Cash Wheeler's big. He's a strong, muscular man. So, and then like his speed that he got on one of the dives that he did outside of the ring was just unreal.
Yeah, there's a very fast start. Pace starts to slow. It felt a little flat to me, but that was purely because of what it was following up.
This match was always going to be flat.
Yeah. Cash looked really strong. There was an elevated bulldog. I'm going to say it was on Young Buck 2. Could have been on Young Buck 1. That was cool. And there was the spear off the apron into a table that looked nasty.
Yes. Yeah, so Cash does the running spear onto Matthew.
Yeah.
But that also looked like hard on Young Buck 2.
That's
Young
how
Buck
not
1.
to go through a table.
Yeah, because his head hits the barricade.
And he like goes through the table on like his tailbone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We've said before on the podcast about going through a table the right way. This was the wrong way to go through a table.
This is the wrong way to go, yeah. I thought the saves off the ladder worked really well, like when
some of them
they were scrolling. Yeah.
There was a moment where the Young Bucks were going up the ladder both at the same time, and one of them just had to jump down to interfere and didn't.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah.
Why is this happening?
Some of the timing wasn't right.
If he'd just gone down and did... Yeah, no. I know, obviously, they weren't winning at that point, but it's weird. There's a bit of a... I don't know if it's harsh to call it a botch, but the pole driver on the ladder, Dax on Young Buck 2.
Oh, yeah, where he, like, fell through the legs.
Did it start to break already or something?
No, it didn't break. He slipped. He slipped.
Nasty.
Yeah, it did. I really liked... So, FTR have this really good double team where Dax superplexes and then Cash does
that was great, yes.
Splash. Yeah. But they did that off the ladder.
That was
and
really good.
That was a chef's kiss moment.
It was. Yes. That was the highlight of the match.
That was a highlight of the match. But they also did, just going back to the whole Dax, like, slipping off the ladder. Just before that, Nicholas does a 450 onto a table. So both teams had someone taking the brunt of the damage sort of thing.
Yeah, he went through the table. That looks... that weren't good.
No. I really enjoyed this match. I thought it was fun. I know you can't top it after what we've just seen, but
That's why that match should have been the main event or something.
main event, yeah. But I like the Young Bucks as tag teams. I like
I'm bored of them.
FTR. I like. Oh yeah,
I'm bored of the Young Bucks
already.
Yeah, they've been there forever. Yeah.
What, even as heels? I hated them as good guys.
I don't know. I don't
I like
feel like
them
their
as-
new gimmicky bit is working as well for me. I know you're.
I think it is. Yeah.
Part of it is,
But you don't watch it week by week. You watch clips.
Yeah,
You
but-
don't get the full spiel.
yeah,
That's your issue.
okay, but I'm not. They're not doing their job then, are they? The clips need to make me
Like,
want to,
I'm bored of Cody Rhodes as a WWE champion.
because he's had one match against Carmelo Hayes
Already.
and whiffed his. Their
No, I'm just bored of his what you want to talk about, and like he's not putting bums in seats. In my personal opinion, he's not going to.
okay. There's enough people turning up to shows and tuning into TV to counter
Yeah,
your point,
yeah.
but you know.
I know, but I'm already bored of him.
He's only appeared on 2 shows. He did the Raw after Mania, the SmackDown. He came over to the UK on tour, defended his belt, did a video message to say, cool, I'll fight AJ at Backlash. And then he's fought Carmelo Hayes on SmackDown Friday.
What's his name?
Carmelo Hayes.
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 I knew you were saying it wrong. I knew you were saying it wrong.
But yeah, so he's not had time as champion yet, has he? They've been EVPs
Gimmick.
since before Sting
They've
retired.
been EVPs. No, but they've not had time to shine in this gimmick.
I don't know, man. I'm just not.
I'm just gonna disagree.
I'm not-
I'm just gonna disagree with you.
Maybe it's because they're having FTR in a match again. I'm bored of this. Is this the 4th or 5th time this has happened now?
4.
Yeah, I'm bored of this.
It's now 2-2.
Every time I look at a tag match for AEW, bar the Sting bit, okay, fair enough. They had the bouts for a little bit. Every other time I've tuned in to try and watch a tag title match, it's this lot.
Is it?
Yes.
I don't know. You don't watch AEW as much.
But every
then.
time you've got me to watch, I've seen it 4 bloody times.
You need to watch more wrestling.
This is SmackDown. Why have I got to say? Why have I got LWO?
I was just about to say, what the fuck are you? That, yeah.
Why have I got? That's one of our biggest complaints about SmackDown. There's 4 factions feuding. It's been going on for ages. This has been going on for 5 years.
So, back to the match.
You're gonna
Towards the end
you're
of the
gonna talk
match.
about the ending now, aren't you?
My scapegoat appears. It had to happen. We did predict
It's
it.
very obvious this was happening.
I love the fact that he come out in a Sting mask.
Before, there was a chant of "Please be careful climbing the ladders," and that did make me.
And then that's when Jungle Boy Jack Perry comes out and costs FTR.
Yeah, it's very.
I like
obvious.
what they're doing with this. It's
Oh,
very
yeah.
obvious, 100%. The payoff was
I
good.
don't like the finish. I don't know if
You're just being a negative
it's
Nancy.
just setting up a 5th match now. This should have been the end of
Of
it.
course, it's 2-2. It's 2-2.
Should have just
They'll
had.
have the 5th match.
No, I just feel like FTR should have won and finished the feud.
Mm.
That's
I don't know. I
personally.
thought it was the right call, having the slimy heels win the titles.
No, they could have beat him up afterwards and have Jet Perry come out then, or have I don't know.
Not whilst he's quite the topic of conversation.
No, as in have FTR up there with the title in his hand, and then have him come out and chuck the ladder off, and then have him beat him down, or something along those lines. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think you can fantasy book AEW that. You're very good at WWE booking.
Just
This one is.
this
I
ain't my
don't know.
wheelhouse.
Yeah.
But
So what I'm saying, you need to watch more AEW and actually watch the shows, not just clips.
no, they haven't done enough to sell me on watching their show week in, week out.
Okay. I disagree, but that's fine.
I don't even watch all the way through Raw or SmackDown. Most of that is clips, and then I go, cool, that was cool. I'm going to tune in for this bit, and then I'll go back and whiz through the chaff and watch the good bits.
Okay.
There's nothing to highlight for me to get me to do that for AEW yet. I can just watch the
Okay.
clips and see what I need. You haven't made
That's
me a
fine.
fan of AEW yet, Natesh. You're not doing your job.
Okay. It's fine. I'm not going to bite. So it's main event time.
Main event: Joe versus Strickland.
Whose house?
Joe's house.
Oh, nice. I like that Swerve come out as Black Panther, or was it Killmonger? I don't know.
He came out in MVP's wrestling gear.
Yes,
And who else has wore it?
MVP's wrestling it. Panther.
No, someone
or
else has
Killmonger.
wore it on WWE as well. I feel like this is the third time someone's wore Black Panther inspired gear.
Everyone is inspired by Black Panther. Let's not
Wakanda
beat
forever.
around the bush.
Yes.
Wakanda.
Yeah. I think it's a short end of a stick.
Of course it does. Of course it does.
Very much so.
It was always going to.
Yeah.
It
I'm salty.
was always
I'm
going
not
to.
going to lie, I'm salty about this.
I think the crowd did a very
The
good
crowd
job
carried
to.
this hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
The crowd very much carried this.
They are both very good, strong wrestlers. They have their moments to shine.
Yeah.
Joe is Joe. That's enough said. Samoa Joe is probably the best guy to be the world champion and make a name of
Build the belt.
build the belt.
It's floundered a little bit, hadn't it? Then he picked it up and built it back up. Ready for this match?
I mean, ready for the. It didn't really flounder because MJF was champion, but it did start.
It petered out, didn't it? The whole end.
It peaked a bit.
He need not so much on MJF because he was injured and stuff like that, but yeah, it very much petered out and was a bit damp by the end of it.
Yeah, and then now Joe made it into
Joe's built this back up.
the big thing,
and now they're gonna have to do quite a lot to keep that going, or else Joe's gonna have to need the belt back.
And I feel like it's the good person to do it.
Yeah.
So like this match starts off, Joe gets his moves off and like controls majority of the match.
Yeah, so deliberate.
Swerve makes his comeback. Yeah. Would you say it's a slow and deliberate start?
Yeah. They do Joe does walk off quite early. I was surprised how early he did walk off this time.
Yeah.
And then he does his heel bits. He catches Swerve diving out the ropes and throws him into the announce table, which was good.
Yes. Yeah. It looked.
And then randomly, he's like, I'm going to rip up the main and help start taking the set down before the match is.
Yeah. Before. Yeah. Actually, no. So, do you remember the LA Knight AJ Styles match where we called what would happen?
Yeah.
This was totally the wrong thing that happened. Because, Swerve was the one that got hit. Which I was like, oh, well.
Yeah, the power slam. Yeah, it's fairly standard. Joe's on top for quite a bit of a fight back. There's the Muscle Buster. And then.
The Muscle Buster is great.
It's great. Yeah. Swerve does like 450 guillotine kind of thing. Hung up on the rope.
450? Oh, yes.
His leg. He does like the 450 and his leg like catches his head.
Yeah.
That was good. I like that spot.
Yeah. Swerve is cool.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I just feel like this match just got a short end of a stick. And
it would.
Yeah.
It would. Like we said though, the crowd were so
crowd was
good for this match. Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like this match should have went longer.
Yes.
But it couldn't.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't have had Bryan Danielson versus Will Ospreay on.
Haha, he admits it.
I do admit it.
Yeah.
I do admit it.
Yeah. I don't want to shit on the match because it's not really a bad match. But they don't get the time.
It wasn't a bad match at all. No. They don't have the time, no.
They definitely don't get the time. They don't lose the hype because the crowd's still there, but I don't know. There's like a weird atmosphere in the ring more than the crowd. Like it's very much.
It's more. I need to top this. But how am I going to top it?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. There was also one annoying crowd member who was shouting for. I don't know how we got
Whose house?
No, not that one.
Whose
that
house?
bit was fine.
Oh.
There was a crowd member at one point shouting for things. I'm like, where has he just grabbed a mic from and started?
Yeah, he just found a mic out of the blue.
Yeah, a bit weird. Yeah. He hits one swerve stomp. Joe kicks out. Then gets a clutch locked in. There's some fighting on turnbuckles and stuff. There's a power bomb in. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah. So I thought Swerve was going to go for a super swerve stomp.
Yeah, I thought so as well.
But I don't know if it was a botch or if it was meant to happen. I'm not too sure.
I felt like it was a botch.
I felt like it was a botch as well. Either Swerve jumped too high or Joe was not ready to take that
Joe was
bomb.
Like, nope.
Yeah,
so he power bombed him, didn't it? And did the swerve stomp. He spent ages getting ready for that swerve spot. I know he was soaking it in, I own that. But
That's the storytelling. That's the crowd.
It was,
Yeah.
but it was very much. It was the fight. Obviously, he couldn't celebrate before he did the move, but he was very much very deliberate on top of the turnbuckle.
Yeah.
And then did the
I'm
swap.
ready.
It brought a smile to my face more than anything. I like to point that kind of thing out because it was like, he took the moment.
Yeah.
He took the break.
He's breathing it in, man.
He took the swerve stomp. He is your new champion. Yeah. Whose house is it, Natesh?
Swerve's house.
Yeah.
Right call. Very
right call. Wrong pay-per-view or wrong matches before the
time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I feel bad. He's already. Did he defend it then? Has he just defended it?
So he had a eliminator title match. So basically, eliminator is if the person beats the champion, they then get a championship match the week after.
So he didn't put the belt on
he fought Carl Fletcher, and then on Collision on Saturday, he did his promo. I haven't seen Collision yet. I need to, but apparently he had a really good match against, of all people, Claudio.
Of course.
For the title.
Cesaro's involved.
Yeah. But that's a way to showcase your champion. Yeah. Beat someone like Cesaro or Claudio.
Out of curiosity, who is actually number one in the rankings for the title shot?
But it was Swerve.
Yeah, so who was number 2?
I don't know. I think it was Danielson.
So why was he not having a title shot, huh?
I don't know.
How come Claudio gets to jump that line?
Because he called this shot.
This doesn't seem realistic, this rating system. What's going on? Explain it to me.
You're just knitting. You're being a troll.
I know.
For no reason.
I love being a troll to you about this. Because we not just before they brought the ratings back, we were discussing it, and you were saying I didn't like it. It didn't work the first time round. They brought it back, then it disappeared again for a few weeks, and then it's back again.
No, it didn't actually disappear. It appears before a pay-per-view to set the matches. So I think that it works now.
Yeah,
but
it's better than it was.
Yeah.
But it's a sports element too far for wrestling for me. Don't get me wrong, long term it might work quite well, but it feels like it paints them in a box too much.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, a little bit. If it a bit more wishy-washy with it, and don't bring it up every week, I suppose they can skirt around it a little bit. Yeah. Or there might be, I don't know, a few more injuries on TV. Like TV injuries to be like, oh, that's why they're not at this pay-per-view.
Yeah. Story.
Yeah. Might work. We'll see.
What would you rate this pay-per-view? A burger or a banger?
It's somewhere in the middle. It really is.
I thought it was a banger. I think this is my favourite pay-per-view of the year so far.
Fair enough. I don't know. I might prefer Revolution, but I don't know if that's just because Sting was retiring. It was good. There was elements of... It would have been... I feel like if it was just trimmed a little bit, it would have been...
If it got rid of the Jericho Hook match and potentially the Edge match.
Yeah. And if it... And if Julie was 100%, so it could have been a bit longer match.
Yeah.
Probably swap round the trios match, maybe. I know you're going to take that out. And trim the pre-show a little bit. Would have been a lot better in my head.
But I thought this was a great way to showcase what AEW is about, especially with them getting the standard bad press that they always do from haters.
You're looking at the wrong places, because all I see is people praising AEW and shit on WWE. Twitter must be showing us the wrong algorithms.
Yeah,
swap
for
accounts
me.
for you.
Yeah.
It is quite funny because having the Make Fun of You Twitter page on my Twitter, at the minute I can't actually tell if it's my personal Twitter or if it's if it's our Twitter, because they're basically both the same at the minute with who appears on what quite a lot. Damn algorithms. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've really enjoyed this pay-per-view. I thought it was fantastic. A great call to have Swerve as a champion.
Yeah.
What's going to happen next to Swerve? Who do you think is going to challenge him? Who's the next challenger for Swerve?
I don't know. They've got so many different people they can use in so many different places. Is Ospreay going for the Intertoto Fizzy Pop Award? Which one's he going for? I know it's just...
He's going for the International.
International. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll be AEW champion at some point.
Oh, yeah. I think it'll be at All In.
I don't think it's this year.
I don't think it should be.
It shouldn't be. I think...
I could just see it happening.
He'll probably walk in with the International to Wembley with the belt.
Yeah, I think that's the way to be like. That's the way to have eyes on AEW. Give Will Ospreay that bout
Give him the
and let him have banger
yeah.
after
Give him
banger.
almost the Gunther treatment.
Yeah,
Just
agree.
two things: it builds him up to be a force, and it builds the belt up that he's carrying. He doesn't need a
Yeah.
big belt.
Not yet.
No.
He will be 100%.
Yeah.
But for Swerve, I don't know.
It's going to be
Might be
interesting.
Bryan Danielson.
I didn't think he was going to go for a title, but I'd like to see him have a match. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic because it makes you want to tune in for the next few weeks to try and find out what's going to happen with it.
Plot twist: it could just be Jack Perry.
That would be the most AEW thing I've ever heard of. He just comes back and gets a title shot.
Well, he's destroyed Tony Khan,
Yeah, exactly.
so
he now runs the house.
Side note: I thought that was great.
I haven't really seen the attack segment. I've seen him at the draft, selling it perfectly in some bits, and then forgetting and moving his head like this. And it's
I think everyone's shitting on him for keeping kayfabe alive.
I'm shitting on him because he said he'd never become a gimmick, and he's lied.
He'd never become a gimmick.
He'd never be an on-air gimmick, or whatever it was.
He wasn't, though. He said he wouldn't be an on-air character.
Well, he's now an on-air character, getting beat up and walking around with a neck brace on.
He's not, because he's Tony Khan. Yes, I get that. I agree. But he needed to do that for the bad press that they got for a stupid move.
They could have used that attack segment to bring Jack Perry back without showing the footage.
The footage. Yeah,
and that
definitely
would have worked just as well as they did.
But I feel like now the cogwheels are turning now. And I feel like it's now becoming more positive.
You said it going one way, it's now starting to go the other way. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Again, they could have just set it going the right way in the first place.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But mistakes need to happen for it to work.
Okay.
But, yeah, and I feel like that's where we should call it.
Yeah. Thank you very much for listening to this week's episode. It was
where can you find us, Aaron? It was an experience. Yeah. We argued way more.
Yeah. Natesh's just too polite with WWE. He needs to get an nasty side to him, not just be a fan.
Shall I? Okay. All right.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the We'll Make a Fan Out of You podcast. We'll be back next Monday. Don't know. What is next Monday? Backlash?
Backlash, yeah.
Backlash. In France, a good time to watch pay-per-view. Like,
especially with us. Yeah, 5 p.m. 5 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Yeah, we may be live watching it. We haven't quite figured it out yet, but hopefully there'll be, if not us streaming our reaction watching it, there'll be like clips of us after each match. We'll figure it out. There'll be posts.
We'll figure it out.
Where can they find these posts?
On X, Instagram, TikTok, or even YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels. Wherever it is, you can find us on @MakeAFanOfYou.
I'm pausing him right there. At the bottom of the notes, he's got the correct handle. At the top of the notes, he had the wrong handle. Boo that man.
It's not me.
Boo that.
No, you're the person at the intro and the outro
wrote these
notes
in this episode.
It wasn't
set
me.
up to fail. How rude. And with that, hit the music.